Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela. Thank you for coming by and stopping to visit and listen to me ramble on about my crafts. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Today is September the 7th, Wednesday, September the 7th. I just got off of work, so I'm still a little groggy, but I'm going to make a video so I can get that posted because it's been a while. I didn't want to bring it on too long. It's been more than a week, but I've just been busy and I just now got a day off this evening, so I'll take my time and get some sleep today. So, this is a channel about me talking about all the crafts I do between quilting. I'm a newbie at quilting. I do cross stitching, knitting, English paper piecing, crochet, many more. Whatever comes up that I do, that's about basic what that I know how to do and that I'm learning still. So today I'm going to talk about my sewing, my quilting, and English paper piecing, and some Flosstube, because I picked up some cross stitching, which shocks me. I haven't done it in a while. So let's get on to talking about quilting for a minute. As you can notice, I finished my English paper piecing project that I was doing last week that I mentioned. I've gotten this all up. Let me see if I can move just a little bit. Sorry, I should have fixed it better to show. I got a tote box in front of the table. Alright, so this is the one I've been working on. And I was going to make it into maybe a lap blanket, but it's not going to be big enough. Sorry, I'm dropping fabric everywhere. I had cut out some 4-inch strips to see how it would work, like that, all the way around. I don't know if you can see that. It's not going to stay on the wall, but I was going to do like this wood grain all the way around. But after I got to looking at it, it's not going to be big enough to put as a lap quilt. So I decided to leave it at that, and I will make some project bags out of it. So I've got some little fabric left that I could put on the outside with this, and then the inner fabric I'll do something else. So with that said, this is done until I make it project bags out of it. Whether I put it on my Etsy shop or have it for myself, I'm not sure yet. I do want one for myself if I do make one. So that's that project that I worked on. After I got done with that one, I wanted to make something from the Fat Quarter Shop, a pattern. So I don't know if I got a picture of it. Let me see. Well, I can show this one. I wanted to do the Jelly Snowflake Mystery Sew-Along they did a while back. So, I don't know if there's a pattern to show you. This is all the paper, the pattern of the cutout. So I guess you can see what it's going to look like. But it's a free pattern off of Fat Quarter Shop. So I decided to, I already had this kitted up on my shelf. So I decided to go ahead and get it cut out and start sewing on it. But I've had problems with the sewing machine since I haven't used it in a while, and getting the tension back on and everything. So I made my blocks, and this is the fabric that I'm going to use. It's a pretty snowflake and white, and I don't know if you could tell, but it's glittery. It's glittery fabric. So I was going to make this quilt out of these two fabrics. So that's all I've got is this done, because I had to frog it out because my between the tension and with my eye, okay, I don't see out of this eye, so judging the 1/4 inch line, it kind of like threw me off. So when I finished sewing, I was like, that's too big, so I had to redo it. So I picked them all out, and I just have to go back and resew them and then start the block all over again. So that's all I've gotten done on that one. I put it aside because I looked online and I seen something that I wanted to make a wall hanging art out of. It's kind of like a wall hanging art, because I'm not going to really talk about this one, but I just wanted to show you that I did cut the pieces out for it, but it's a secret right now, and I'll show you after I get done, because it's going to be a gift for my daughter Jasmine. Hi Jasmine. I know she watches my channel and my videos sometimes, so I don't really want to show it right now until after her birthday. So when her birthday passes this weekend, I'll show it, but I've got to work on that one for the next couple of days so I can get it done. So I'll put this one down, and I'm going to hide it, Jasmine, so you ain't going to be able to find it. Alright, so I'll pull this one out of my whip pile for my sewing, and this is a hand piecing that I started doing earlier in the year. So I bought this postcard project #1 from it was by Lucy C. Kingwell. It's Jen Kingwell's daughter. And this is a trip around the world. Let me see if I can take it out so it won't be glaring. It has a template to work with it. So it's just the squares going around in a circle for the trip around the world. So I decided to pick it up again. And I'm using Riley Blake Designs Vintage Farm Girl from Lori Holt. I love her fabric line, and I got the jelly roll of this print to work with, and I clipped my thimbles on here. Let me clip it back. So I'll show you how much I've gotten done on it. I love this one, and I sit at work behind the desk, and when I have time in between guests showing up, and work on it. So here's what I got so far. Can you see? It's all wrinkly. Sorry about that. But that's what I got so far. This is by far my favorite piece. I just love it. It's so pretty and bright colors. It's not really showing the brightness of it. But yeah, hand pieced every bit of it. When I get done and I start quilting it, I'm going to hand quilt it, of course. I've got my next squares that I'm going to work on pinned to it, so I know. I've got the alphabetties on each square. The alphabetties. Sorry. On each square, so I know where I'm at next. I've got about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more squares to go around, and then I'll be done with it. So yep, that's trip around the world. I got shedding on me. So that's that one, and I've worked on that this week. I put a couple of squares in this week so far. Okay, that one, sewing. Oh, hand quilting. I did some hand quilting. Okay, I was gonna do, sorry I keep hitting the table. I was gonna do free motion quilting, but I need more practice on the sewing machine, and I did post a update on my Instagram about this, because I feel like it's the speed of the sewing machine is too fast for me, so I just need more practice. So I decided just to pick this up and hand quilt it. It's upside down. So here it is. I've hand quilted around the bird, around the hat, around this right here. I did around the scarf and the nose, and around these holly berries down here. But yeah, I'm still working on that. When I get done with the berries, the holly berries, and the scarf, some more of the scarf, then I'll go on the outer parts, work my way out. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I don't know if you can really see the stitches. I can, but I don't know if you can. Let's see. Right there, the bird. You can see on the hat where I stitched it. But yeah, that's my hand quilting. Let me see where I'm going to set it right here. So, I had fun with my sewing this week. So, what I'm going to get finished with, what I'm going to work on this next week will be still the hand quilting on that. Work on this one, but first, before I start back on this one, I got to do that birthday gift for Jasmine, because her birthday's Sunday. She's going to be 14. Happy birthday, Jasmine, if you see this. But yeah, I'm going to work on that one, and then when I get done and after her birthday, I'll let y'all see what I'm making. So I'm pretty excited about it because I know she's going to like it. Alright, so after the sewing, I didn't do any covering of the hexies this week because I had too much going on with that. English paper piecing. Oh, I was going to show you the one I was working on that I left in the car. Here it is. So all the scraps, this is Valentine fabric, so all the scraps that I got from working this project, I put it in here, and I'm going to put it on 3/4 inch hexies that's in the bag to use up my scrap, because like I said, I use every bit of my scrap. So I'm going to use these hexies to cover the leftover fabrics. So I don't know. See that. So I am making 1.5 inch jewels. Let me show you. I'm covering 1.5 inch jewels, and as I sew them together, they'll be hearts. And then with that, this is what I've got so far. I want to make a blanket out of it if I make it big enough. If not, I'll have to buy some more fabric and add with it because I want it big enough to be a blanket. So here it is so far of the pieces put together for a blanket. So it's just randomly put. So I got them straight and then turned around the other way, but it's rows of hearts. That's all what I got. Bunch of hearts. I've got some more jewel covered hearts in here. So that's going to be a Valentine's blanket for me to work on until Valentine's Day. Hopefully I'll get it done by then. I'm thinking about putting it aside for right now until I get this snowflake done. So that way I can get it done for Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to put this aside for now and then just come back to it later. I'm sorry I'm shaking the table. But I got a lot of fabric in here anyway. I might have enough to finish it. A decent size to go on the sofa maybe. Or hang it up on the wall. I think more of a sofa thing. But I got more fabric in my bag to work with. But I got plenty of fabric. Alright, so what's next? What do I want to talk about next? Cross stitching. So I wanted to destash my cross stitching because I have so much in stash since Jasmine was a baby. I've learned how to cross stitch when I was pregnant with her, because my mom's neighbor at the time had found a box of crafts, and she sent it over because I was on bed rest when I was pregnant with Jasmine. And I was so happy and pleased to get the box. I let it sit there for a while, and then I started digging in it, because at the time I was doing plastic canvas with my mom, and because she had taught me how to do plastic canvas, and I would make different items out of that. So when I went through the box, I seen magazines with patterns of cross stitching. So I've taught myself how to cross stitch by reading the magazine on how to do cross stitching. And then years later, that's when I started watching YouTube and decided to look it up on YouTube and expand my knowledge from there. And that's when I started getting on Flosstube and everything. So I want to destash. So I'm going to show you a few items that I put on my eBay account. It's Bookworms Corner 2016. If you need a link, just let me know. So I've got this artist. I dropped the pattern. Hold on. I got this one. It's Flea Market. I don't know if you can see the glare out of it. So that's Flea Market. Then I got Country Cottage Needleworks, a place we call home. I've done this one. I really enjoyed this one. Sorry. It's got such a glare. There. I got that one on there. I got this kit. One there. This kit. Live simple, love truly, laugh freely. This kit. They're all brand new kits. I'm going fast, so the video won't be long. Home Sweet Home. A little sentimental card. It's a schoolgirl. Alright. Dimensions kit. It's a Rustic Angels. It's a pre-printed one. Alright. Antique Scissors and Spool by Shakespeare Peddler. Coffee kit. It's a chalkboard. Nora Carbett's Pixie Culture Collection. Jasmine. I stitched this one up for Jasmine. Put it in a nice little frame for her. Alright, this one. Ink Circles, Biscarnu. I was going to do this one, but I didn't do it. I decided to destash it. Pretty Little Dust Collector. I'm not really into making them, so I put it on there. Just lost interest. Alright, Heartstring Samplers. Cross Stitch Nation. I finished this one. I think it's this year or last year. Alright. Christmas Trio by Scissortail Designs. This is kind of, it's a used one. I mean, it's not written on, but it's just beat up. Brand new kit. Laundry today or nick it tomorrow. Alright. Little House Needleworks Early Americans #2 John Hancock. And I did stitch this one up. I haven't FO'd it yet. I need to. And then artist, this is the Carousel Fancy horse. Let's see. But yeah, that's so far what I got online. I've got plenty of more I didn't bring the box in here, otherwise I'd show you what I'm going to post on there, but I still got a whole lot more to go through, so they will be more. Okay, so after going through that and posting stuff, then I decided that I wanted to pull out my cross stitch, because I was just like, ooh, I got the urge to do some cross stitch. So I was like, I'm going to pull out my Haid. Who do I pull out? I pulled out the stocking, of course, because I'm still working on it. So I put in about close to 1,000 stitches on it this week. So here it is. So I finished the diagonal here, going down. That's what I finished this week. I did most of this last night, and then I started up here. So, yep, I got the whole diagonal. I was doing cross country, but then when I got down here, I had to pick it out last night because I realized when I got further down, it was off count. So I'm afraid all this is off count. So that's why I went back to diagonal stitching and to make sure that these stitches are correct. If not, I'm going to have to frog all that out, because like I said, I had to frog this out. This was okay. The black and like the dark brown, those were okay. But once I got down the curve and got closer to these black stitches that I had here, it was off count a couple of stitches. So I had to pick all that out. I just went ahead and picked them all out because it was shifted. So yeah, I kind of enjoy this. Let me see. I don't know if you can see all of it. Let's see. You might. Let's look. Here we go. There you go. There it is. Look at that. I just love my stocking. Okay, backtrack. I did put this on a different count, so that's why it's about an inch bigger on each side. So it's going to be a bigger than normal stocking is, you say. But if I was to do another stocking, I would definitely do it on 25 count. I do not remember what count this is. It might be a 22, but I'm not quite sure because I had bought fabric for it, and it was I was a newbie when I started this. This is my second Haid that I've started, so this is my oldest whip. But I used a different fabric, and then I used 2 threads. Or 3, I can't remember. And I was like, this is too thick, I can't get it through. So I changed my fabric and used 2 threads. And then since doing this and I got halfway down, like, I was like, man, I should have done it in just 1 thread. So I'm learning as I go, but I just kept up with it. So it's 2 threads, and it's probably a 22 count. If not, I just don't remember what I used. Let me see if I wrote it down. Yeah, 22 count, 2/1. I don't remember what the other one was, but I don't think it, to be honest, I think it was a hard anger fabric, and that's why I probably changed it. It wasn't right, but yeah, I love this one. By far my favorite, and I can't wait to get it done because it's going to be a stocking for my son Josue. And here is a envelope project bag that I made quite some time back. It's got glitter on it, and I didn't realize it. I wasn't thinking I realized it, but I wasn't thinking I had glitter on my project. But it'll be alright. Alright, so that's that. And then I think I put 1,000 stitches on that one. I want to keep working on that one until it's done, but I do want to rotate with my other whips that I already have started that's not full coverage. And so for the rest of this month, if I do start anything or work on anything, it's going to be this one and another Haid, but I won't get into that one until further because I really want to do more progress on the stocking to get it done. But this one I have a love-hate relationship with because it's hard for me to see with my bad eyes. But the Heartstring Samplers Coffee Quaker. Okay, so I really want to get this one done, but it's so hard. I've been stitching this one in hand. Excuse me. I've been stitching this one in hand. Here it is. That's my progress. So this week I'm going to try to finish this one up. And give me a minute, let me answer this phone call. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Important call that I had to take. So yeah. So when I get some chance this coming up, I'm going to work on this one. And I think it's because of the count it's small, and that's why it's giving me problems. So I'm going to try to work it underneath the magnifying glass. I'm trying to think of what size fabric I was using with it. I think it's the called for fabric, if I'm not mistaken. 40 count, Stars Hollow blend, Fat 8s, yeah, R&R Reproductions. But I like this one and I want to get it done, but it's going to take me time because it's hard for me to see. So with that, I think that's all I'm going to work on this week, because it's kind of a lot to work on. And for the rest of the month, oh, let me show you what I got in mail today. Well, let's backtrack. I know I'm not supposed to buy anything, but I went to my local fabric shop because I needed some more needles. Well, they didn't have straw needles, but while I was there, I seen they had the sew line pins, the glue pins for the English paper piecing, for that back there. So I've never had sew line pin before, and I decided to pick it up while I was there, and I got some refills, 2 refills to go with it. So I picked that up, and then they didn't have any straw needles, so I went online and bought 2 packs of straw needles. I never use these. These are Gina Kimball's Foxglove Cottage straw needle size 10. They're 16 in a case. So I'm going to try them out when I get to needing some more needles. But I did stock up on them, so I don't have to buy any for a while. And while I was on Fat Quarter Shop, where I got the needles at, I was thinking about my hand stitching or hand quilting because of the machine being too fast, and I'm still needing to practice. And I could still use this for the same purpose of practicing with. So I went ahead and got it because it was like $4 or $5 for it. And it's the 11-inch. I didn't know it was this big. I guess wasn't paying attention. But it's 11 inches, and it's a large stipple for quilting lines. So I got this, and I'm going to mark my patterns with this to... I also bought... I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. I bought a blue pen mark the quilting with, but I'm going to use this to mark my quilts and hand stitch them, so that way I'll have my marking on there instead of going by memory or going. I want to make a straight curve, straight lines and everything to be neat, so I bought that to help me out with. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got. I didn't really buy anything else. But I like to say thank you for stopping by, and I'm hoping to clear up enough space on my phone to make a stitch with me with cross stitching. So maybe one day this week I will get that done and post it. If you like to see anything else or have any questions, would like me to make a certain kind of video, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. But I hope y'all have a good day and happy stitching, and bye-bye.